see, God's created our emotions. He wants you to be excited. He wants you to be happy. He's even created the ability for us to be able to be broken so we can be mended and we can be healed. All of that comes from God. And so don't just say, well, I'm just going to be just unemotional my entire life and just take the practical things of God. No, these two things work hand in hand and work together. And so I want both in my life. I want the ability to be able to be broken, to be able to be emotional, to be able to cry sometimes, and to be able to be really happy sometimes, to be able to shout and be able to yell sometimes when I'm, I want the ability to be able to do both. Okay? But if I had to choose, I'm saying, God, I want to be so close to you that I'm more loving, that I'm more kind, I'm more gentle, that I have self-control. I want to be so close to you. I want the experience in your presence to result in an actual life change. I want my emotional experiences, my emotions to respond to things you're doing. I want those to help lead me into a place of right living before you. I would so much rather. And so sometimes people trade. Sometimes people just say, well, this is it. I cried, God touched me, but it results in no transformation. We want the transformation. We want the renewing of the mind, and this is why I love Romans 12, because it's going to talk about this. We want the transformation that comes from being with Jesus. And like I said before, it's so cool because this is the only religion. This is the only religion it's not even religion-based, it's relationship-based. But out of all of the other ways that people have tried to find to their own God or find their own way or their own way to heaven, out of all of these other religions and things are all around the world, out of all of these other ways, this one is not dependent on your behavior. Not dependent on whether or not you've done every single thing right in your life. It's fully dependent on the behavior of God and what He did through Jesus. And so you have a completely open door to be able to walk into the presence of God, for Him to be able to work through you so you can be more loving, more kind, more gentle, more patient, right? So He can do a transformation. Everything else makes you transform first. Everything else requires this much from you, and you have different levels that you have to meet so you can be more spiritual. Everything requires transformation first. Jesus does not. Jesus does not. It's a simple willingness of you to say, okay, God, hands off of my life. It's yours. It's a simple thing to say. It's that turnover to say, God, I'm making you the leader of my life. You be the one that helps transform me into who you want me to be.